Hello. Can you guys see my outfit? Hold on. Can you hear me? You can't hear me? You see my new sweater? I got a sweater because I'm literally always so cold and I wear cute outfits. And then I throw a hoodie on top because I'm freezing. So I got this sweater on Amazon. So cute, right? Okay. Anyway, let's get started. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Unfiltered and Unstoppable podcast. I am your host, Jess After Dark. And today we are talking about food. Okay. The plan was not to talk about food yet. The plan was to stay talking about mindset. But I actually did get a question on my Instagram. So I want to address it quickly. So with that said, if anyone has any questions as we go on, I'm making these podcasts like maybe a day or two in advance. So like I have no problem switching gears and addressing any can I speak? No. Any questions you might have. So the question was, how do we eat clean food? Like, how is the best way to go about eating clean food? My family eats frozen food a lot. And I think this is such a relatable question because what is clean food? How do you do it? How do you balance that? Everything like that. So I'm going to keep it so simple. I know we hate the idea of dieting. I know there's so many people out there that were like me that I was like, I'd rather hit the gym twice a day for the next 18 days before I watch my diet. And you think, okay, because I'm losing the weight or maintaining the weight, that's good. That's good. But genuine questions like when you eat your food that matter, right? So we are focusing on health. When you eat your food, do you ever find yourself bloating? Do you find yourself bloating sometimes so much that you just have to unbutton your pants? Or maybe after you eat a meal, you have to lay down. I used to have to lay down on my stomach to stretch it out. How is your digestive tract? Like, let's be honest. Like, are you a little more gassy, or are you having issues going to the bathroom, or you don't go to the bathroom that like went regularly not going to the bathroom for extended periods of time? Like, how is that looking? Like, is it sitting there? How are your energy levels? How's your skin looking? How's your hair looking? How are your nails looking? Like, are things growing? Are things shiny? Are things looking good, or are things looking dull? So a lot of these issues will never be able to be corrected in the gym, unfortunately. And that's actually the big difference between like looking healthy and feeling healthy, right? So you could be, oh, I'm the exact size I want to be, but I'm tired all the time. I don't feel good in my clothes. My body is just feeling very like, eh. And that's because you're not putting the right stuff into your body to give you the fuel you need to actually go out and do the things you want to do. So how do you fix that? And the answer is eating clean, because again, I have tried every freaking thing under the sun. I think every diet I've tried didn't work. Just doesn't fucking work. Okay. So let's keep it so simple. And here's what the question I ask. If I was a caveman millions and millions of years ago, again, I'm not a science person. I don't know when cavemen were around, but let's just picture like the legit cavemen that were living in their cave. What did you do? You had the hunters and you had the gatherers, right? Like nobody was really out there like growing their field of crop. At least I don't think. They were just going and getting what's organically there. So that meant organic food, like fruits, stuff like that. And then grass-fed wild caught meat. So they were not going out and saying, hey, here's a cow. I'm going to domesticate this cow, keep it here, feed it a bunch of grain that I'm finding, and then eat him after. No, it's like the cow would eat the grass and they'd go and kill the cow or the bison or whatever the fuck was they were eating. So stupid. I don't know anything about cavemen, but that's literally the question I ask every single time. And so with that simple question, that actually cuts out like 95% of the stuff you're going to find at the grocery store. And so you'll actually find yourself, instead of shopping down the aisles, you shop on the outskirts of the store. And I think rather than maybe coffee, and I love Spindrifts, the drink. So, Spindrift sponsor me, you know. Other than that, I think I only shop on the outskirts of the store, like where the coolers are and everything like that. So step one, just stay away from the middle aisles. Step two is looking at everything as if like, what is this made of? And if it is made of anything more than, I would say the rule of thumb is 3 to 4 ingredients. And is every ingredient in it something that organically would have been able to be eaten? If not, throw it out. And if it is, then you can consider it. So for instance, like I personally now am at a point where I stay away from the snacks, but for a while I mean, it's hard to go from like eating processed frozen food and then all of a sudden eating clean without any buffer, like no chocolate, no chips, anything like that. And so actually, just kidding. I still eat chips every now and then. I'm a sucker. But I would find brands that when I looked at the ingredients were very simple as far as it would be like coconut, real cocoa, real cream, stuff like that. So I think some of the chocolates I used to eat were the Unreal brand, I think is a good one. The chips I currently eat are bolder. Like you're going to look for things that are made like with potatoes and then with natural oil. So natural oils are going to include coconut oil, avocado oil, stuff like that versus sunflower oil, some kind of seed oil. You're going to want to stay away from that because your body actually doesn't digest that the way you think it does. And that's what's causing a lot of bloating. So I feel like I just went down a rabbit hole more than I was trying to. So again, step back. Eating clean is just keeping it simple. A lot of people will then say, okay, from a budgetary standpoint, that's fucking expensive. And I get that. I get that. So buying organic berries might not be in your budget. And we will talk about that like later about maybe changing the mindset. But for now, if it's between, hey, I can't afford the $8 organic berries, which is bullshit when you think about it. What the fuck? Why so expensive? At least buy the berries that are non-organic for a little bit, fraction of the price, over trying to buy something that like just isn't meant for your body. And what you're going to find is you're going to consume less because of the fact that your body is going to say, okay, I don't want to sit here and eat an entire carton of strawberries. Like it's naturally sweet. I don't want to. I can eat a couple strawberries and feel good and full versus when you sit down to eat a bag of chips, your body is going to say, I like the flavor and the texture. And companies actually make food to like hit that part of your brain that says, okay, I want more of this. So you could sit down and eat a whole bag of chips versus only eating 5 strawberries when you were the same level of hungry when you sat down to eat that snack. So at first it's going to be hard. Like it's going to be really hard to kind of figure out like from a budgetary standpoint or just honestly wanting to eat like that. But what you're going to notice is overall, you're going to end up consuming less because you won't be looking forward to eating in the sense of like, I'm ready for our next snack. I'm addicted. It's just going to be like, hey, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat this. And you end up consuming less. I don't know if that made sense to anybody else, but that's kind of the first step of eating clean is I get it. It's not going to happen overnight, but start changing the mindset of when I look at food, I'm looking at ingredients. I am not looking at calories, macros, anything like that. I don't think I even know how many fucking carbs are in anything I eat. But when I look at a bag, I say, okay, right off the bat, I can tell right by the ingredients whether that's something I want to consume or not. Because you can spend the whole rest of your life being like, okay, all I'm going to eat is berries and grass-fed meat, and that would be a perfect diet, but it gets a little bit boring. So like, for instance, I'm eating, my breakfast of choice right now is a parfait. So I get organic, plain Greek yogurt. I put berries on top. I put organic coconut shreds. You can find it in the store. We'll say organic coconut. Look at the ingredients. That's the only ingredient in there. I shred that on top. And then I put raw, local organic honey on top. So again, we have everything that like realistically comes from the earth, and I eat that every single morning and I'm obsessed with it. I love it. It fuels me. I feel good. I also eat eggs. So like it's organic, free range eggs. I'll eat that too. I think for lunch, a lot of times it's just like leftovers of dinner that we had the night before. I have eaten the same dinner for probably 2 months now. And you're going to be like, wow, that's sad, but it's not. I fucking love it. Like, because I don't look forward to meals anymore. I don't live to eat. I eat to live. And it's just, I like the bowl. So I do a hamburger bowl with organic rice, organic white rice, grass-fed ground beef and half an avocado. And that is what I eat every single night. That's what my daughter eats every single night. That's what my husband eats, except for he does eggs in his, and we eat our beef bowl. Right now, I'm seeing it going viral that people are doing basically that, but they're doing like beef bowl, avocado, sweet potato, and cottage cheese. That's such a great option too. Cottage cheese is a very good option. Sweet potatoes are good. You get organic sweet potatoes. I don't do a lot of potatoes. I'm more on the rice side, but either way, like you look for that. And you can make it fun. I've seen a lot of people that take this style diet. It's not, I don't know, it's like an omnivore ancestral style diet, and they look up recipes. And if you are a chef or somebody that gets creative, you can make it work. But the idea is you're getting away from processed food. So like your cabinet, like your pantry is going to be borderline empty. Your freezer is going to be borderline empty, except for the fact that you might buy a lot of meat and you put it in there. We buy all our meat from Wild Fork Foods. It will get delivered directly to your house frozen. And so you can buy in bulk, and is much cheaper than buying it directly from, say, Publix or Winn-Dixie or whatever your local grocery store is. So that's my little advice on that. But I want to go more in food like at a later date, but I know right now everybody's like, okay, we're getting started on this. Like, what is my diet looking like? Change the mindset. Focus on the mindset. We're not focusing on anything else, but we're changing our mindset to look at what is going in your body versus anything else, okay? If it's Quaker Oats is saying this is the best breakfast and weight loss right there, no, look at the ingredient. The low carb, this is what you need, heart health. Look at the ingredient. Everything marketed to you to make you lose money, don't believe them. Don't fucking believe them. Fucking liars. Okay. Like, are we really going to believe Quaker Oats is out here being like, I want you to be healthy? No, they want you to buy their product. Bunch of fucking liars. Okay. I'm not going to lie to you. I used to eat oatmeal every day and peanut butter. What the fuck? And then I learned that apparently our bodies can't digest nuts. Like, I don't eat any nuts. So, anyway, I'm digressing. We'll talk about this more. So hopefully this kind of helps to get you kind of kickstarted of like how the diet should look. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below and I will gladly address them, because it's just us together. We're in this together, baby. There's no structure to this, but just trying to give it good advice. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos, and I will see you guys tomorrow.